So the theft of people's 401ks is on the rise. Joining me to discuss the issue and what to do about it is CEO and President Brent of Asset Management. Brent, good morning. How are you?
Very good, Liz. How you doing?
Good. Tell me about 401k theft. I didn't even know this was a thing. What does that look like?
Well, yeah, a lot of people don't. I was surprised when I started looking into this. It is a thing happening. Actually, at Abbott Labs and Estee Lauder, they had people that actually had their 401ks hacked into. And we know about the Colonial Pipeline. We know about JBL Meats. But there's $5 trillion in 401ks. So here's another prime place for hackers to get into. And the problem is that people don't watch it closely. And again, that song was very appropriate. Someone's watching you. They very well could be. They're watching what you're doing. And I tell my fiance hates it when we go on trips and so forth. Oh, let's take pictures and post them. I go, no, we don't want people to know that we're away. Hackers are watching your social media. They're watching your emails or overtake your emails. We actually had one client here about a year or so ago. We started getting emails and he wanted to cash his account in. We go, gosh, he was so happy just 2 weeks ago, but he was on vacation. Someone was watching his email. When they saw that, they contacted us. Well, this is going to happen also with not just your investment accounts, but your 401ks as well.
Wow. Okay, so now that you know that this is a very real possibility, what should people be doing? I mean, what's the first piece of advice that you have?
Well, the first piece of advice is that maybe they think, oh, well, it's like credit cards, I'm protected. You're not. Your credit card gets stolen, yes, you're protected. Your 401k gets hacked and taken, you're not protected. And I do want to point out, too, Liz, that this is many times people's second, maybe their first biggest asset behind their home because there's a lot of money in there. Mm-hmm. So what should you be doing? Well, typically, you want to watch what you're doing as far as having an online account. People like myself, we're not tech savvy. We don't like that stuff. But that's how many times the hackers can get in because you didn't set it up. They can set it up for you. And again, through your email and other ways, they can get into your account that way. Also, too, and I generally tell people, I tell them, don't check your investment account every day, every week, every month. Check it a couple times a year. I'm going to change that on your 401k because you should be checking it maybe once a month, maybe a couple times a month to make sure nothing strange is going on there because you want to make sure it's there. If you don't check it, someone could have taken it 2 or 3 months ago and you didn't even know about it. So check your 401k. Don't check the balances maybe so much, but just make sure it's there. Watch your internet security. Make sure you have good internet security through your company. And then also, too, your passwords. And I hate doing this. I hate changing passwords. Mm-hmm. I can't remember them. You're not supposed to write them down. But it's very important that you have good password security. And also, too, Liz, I will tell you, that sometimes bigger is not always better. If you're with a big 401k company or a big company like Fidelity, no one is watching your 401k at your company. We do 401ks for our clients here as well and some businesses. Mm-hmm. Anytime any account leaves or we get a notification that somebody is transferring out, we give them a call. And that's very important that we are watching their account. They should be watching it, but you probably have hackers watching as well. So make sure someone is watching it that you know. And I'm hoping down the road, the Fidelities, the big guys of the world, they will start calling people when they see money leave it because it will start happening more and more as we go on.
That's an interesting point because if you have your 401k with one of these big companies, they're really not perhaps monitoring so much the activity. And they're definitely, there's a big possibility they're not going to call you if something's moved around to double check with you. But if you go with a smaller company or a smaller operation like yourselves, like you said, you will pick up the phone and call your clients. I think the one sticking point for me is check it regularly because I got to tell you, there's a lot of folks like myself out there who, we hope to not retire, and we're many years away from retirement. So there's many people out there who may not be checking their 401ks in years. Maybe yes. A couple of years have gone by and you haven't checked, but you're saying that it's something to just log on and check your activity every few months.
Not every few months, but I'd say even as much as once a month, a couple times a month, because you don't want to have someone get in there and it can happen in a week or two to where all of a sudden it's gone. So you want to check it, I'd say at least a couple times a month. I'm in the industry, so I see mine every day. But the difference is I don't want people to check it for the performance or it's up or down, but just check to make sure it's there and there's no problems with it. And again, we have about 2,000 accounts, clients and so forth. We still have 2 people that will call anytime. So, our clients are very happy. They will do that. And for us, if a $50,000 account, like, well, why is that leaving? We want to find out. For the Fidelities of the world, $50,000, they manage what? Trillions of dollars. They don't care. So
and
that's
Brent,
why.
Here's a naive question, but should you get hacked and should your money get stolen by someone who's out there scheming, is there any way to get that back? Is it gone? Are you pretty much out of luck?
You could be out of luck. Sometimes what we call the record keepers, administrators, they do have insurance on it, but the rules are so strict that if you weren't doing your own security yourself, they might say, sorry, you weren't watching it. It's kind of like when you're driving a car. If you're reckless, you're not going to get insurance company won't pay. Wow. So the same thing, that their policies may not cover you. The 2 that I mentioned, these 2 cases from Abbott Lab and Estee Lauder, they actually had to go to court to actually sue to try to get that money back from the record keepers. So it is a long process. You have court fees, a time. You're best off doing preventive maintenance first, we'll call it, to make sure that you're watching it, because once it's gone, you may not get it back, which would be terrible.
The theft of people's 401ks is on the rise. Brent Wilsey, thank you so much for taking the time. Great information. I'm a little spooked, but you know what? At least it's going to get me to check my account.
That's right.
Or it'll get people more aware of what's happening. Thank you so much. Have a great Sunday.
You're welcome. I didn't sleep last night thinking about this, so it was kind of worried me too.
No, but it's good to know. We got to stay on top of our stuff. So thank you, Brent.